Okay, day 9, our last day here of the trip, and we're at Hill 262, which is also now a museum. This is where the poles kind of close the gap in the Falaise pocket and acted sort of as the cork to the bottle there, and heroic stand on this high ground.
On the first bounce.
Yep. Okay, this is the Polish position overlooking Moisy, and from that direction, a bunch of escaping Germans were coming over around this way here. There's a road that hugs this farmhouse here on the left, and that road is now referred to as the Land of the Dead, because that is where, or the corridor of death, because the Germans got really bombarded hard by the Allied airstrikes during their escape, and they were coming right this way, where the Poles who had taken this high ground was waiting for them. But then the battle got really, really fierce, because there was a German attack coming from behind where I am right now, from the other direction. The Germans trying to support the escape of their fellow forces that were coming from that direction there. So the the Poles essentially were fighting it from both sides by this point, holding this very, very important high ground until they were relieved and met by the Canadians on, I believe it was the 19th or the 20th of August, 1944. So important area right here, and the Poles once again make a heroic stand here along with the Canadians. Actually, we're outside now, and again, this is the perspective from the Polish side here, and way off in the distance right there's Chambois. Americans are chasing the Germans from there. That direction as well, 90th Infantry Division, U.S., chasing the Germans from there. And again, there's that farmhouse, there's that road right there, and this entire corridor really is kind of the corridor of death for the Germans. I shouldn't have started this thing in the first place. Okay, we're now here where the actual link-up happened between the American forces coming from the south and the British forces, but it was actually the Polish division coming. There's a commemoration for that. This is where the pocket actually closed, and at least for the Germans in Normandy, it was game over. F them. This is the actual location where the American 90th Division members linked up with the Poles, and not in the place that we were just at. That's kind of where the commemoration happens. But this church is where the actual link up happens, and the pocket officially closes. Right where a German attack came in through those woods over there after it was an American patrol that was sent out. And again, it's just because Germans were now coming, retreating, like I am right retreating, and the Americans are defending against the retreating Germans. All right, continuing on. This is a point here where a Canadian force discovered, or actually stopped, a German advance coming up. St. Laurent, just coming up. So, coming up to the left, there's a bridge, and Canadian unit stopped. German advance cold, and the commander, Major David Curry, ended up winning the Victoria Cross for that. Okay, this is where the surrender is accepted by Major Curry from the Germans, and thereby pretty much closing the gap and sealing the victory. Okay, we're here, one of the last stops of the tour, to look at this King Tiger, and this is one colossal machine here. Heavy, one of the heaviest tanks, equipped with an 88 millimeter gun. This looks familiar to you. This is the tank that was the big menacing one in Fury. The big battle where one tank takes on, one of these takes on 3 Shermans, including the one War Daddy that Brad Pitt's character has. And ultimately the Sherman had to get around them to the back to be able to pierce around through it. And we're gonna actually go take a look here. You have to get it through the back. That was the only place, because otherwise when you look at this, it has got some heavy metal to how thick this thing was here. Incredibly well protected and huge cannon, 88 millimeter cannon, like I said. So yeah, again, this is the one from Fury. Best job I ever had. We're here somewhere near to the east of where all the action is going. This is where Rommel met his demise. He was coming from that direction, heading down this way. Then 2 Canadian pilots pretty good. He was thrown into this ditch over here, and then he was taken over this building. But he was never able to recover. That was it.